I can see her lying back in her satin dress, in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stairs. Sundown, you better...
Happy Homebrew Wednesday, everybody. So I'm gonna try once again to beat Wally Feck. Let's see if I can do it. So I'm going to kick off this Homebrew Wednesday. First of all, what am I going to talk about? Tomorrow I'm heading out, actually not tomorrow, Thursday I'm heading out going to California. And excited because my wife's business trip is in Santa Rosa, California. Actually, we're doing that, actually no, her business trip is in Santa Rosa, California, so we're going to be there, I think Sunday through Tuesday. But Thursday through Saturday, we're going to be in San Francisco. So we're going to have a little mini honeymoon. You know, we're not newlyweds, but you know, a little bit of reinvigoration, I guess. So we're gonna cruise around. Never been to San Francisco before, other than flying through a hub there at SFO. So kind of, I guess, putz around in San Francisco for a few days. We're staying at a pretty cool place, and then we moved to Santa Rosa, and I get to be a brewery tour guide for one of the other spouses that's going to be on the trip. So we're going to go to Russian River and I think Fog Belt Brewing, two breweries, try to hit there before we have a dinner on Monday evening. And then Tuesday, I think we're going to the Redwood Forest and doing some other stuff, a winery tour. So anyway, it's going to be a blast, a little break from the pace. So what I wanted to do though is this is my hop experiment beer. What did I call it? Palisades Palisades Dip, a double IPA. So I used Magnum for, what I'll do is, all the boxes are about to start being delivered. There's a couple of them. SJ Poor, his box unfortunately got mistakenly routed to Oregon, but that's, I think, being fixed in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and it's being sent back to the parcel shop to reroute to his location. And then Gary, his box got misrouted, I think, an hour away from where he lives. So hopefully they don't send it all the way back here. It looks like they're trying to do that. I think the thing's already in Jacksonville, so hopefully it can make its way to him. And even if it's an hour away, it's probably better than getting sent all the way back here and then rerouted. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Everybody else's packages are getting delivered. A couple of them got delivered today. I think Nikhil's got his, and Ryan Lewis, and I think a lot of them are getting delivered tomorrow, and then all the way from now through Friday. So everyone should have them soon. So I showed a little bit of video at the parcel shop. It was interesting. I've never taken 10 boxes at once. Still have Larry Larmo's box. I'm going to ship that out sometime tomorrow because he's kind of on a mini vacation with his wife. So don't want the box to be sitting out there for a few days. So anyway, I was going to talk about my beer for a little bit. This is my, again, this is for the double triple IPA. It was my base recipe for old school double IPA. It's supposed to be caramel 30. I didn't have caramel 30, so I used a mix of 40 and 20. But I think it's like 3 ounces or something, or 9.6 ounces. Yeah, 9.6 ounces of caramel 30, something like that, and a whole bunch of two-row. And then I usually use Chico yeast, California ale, and I have to use a couple of packs or do a big starter because it's a pretty hefty beer. And then I use usually for the normal old school double IPA. I bitter with Magnum, and then I use a alternating mix of Citra and Simcoe throughout the boil, and then a long whirlpool, and then I do a 5-7 day dry hop with Citra and a little bit of Columbus sometimes. So that's the old school double IPA. So for this one, the deal was to pick your own hops, really showcase one hop that's kind of interesting, and then you can use bittering and whatever you want to use for dry hop. So, but the goal was to use 3 hops and try not to use the same hops. And my particular one, I bittered with Magnum, about 3/4 of an ounce for 60 minutes. Then I used Palisades. I used 3 different kinds of Palisades. I used Cryo Palisades, I think an ounce at 15 minutes. It was a super high alpha acid, like 14-15%, something like that, maybe even higher. And then I use a combination, or about 3.5 ounces of regular Palisades, I think about 6.8 alpha acid, something like that. at 10 and 15, between 10 and 5 minutes. 2 different adds, and then I used a final add of Palisades in the Whirlpool. I want to say 3 ounces of Noble Palisades, 1.1 ounces. All the Palisades are 1.1 alpha acid. All of the Palisades I got at National Homebrew Convention. And then for dry hop, I used Citra. So the Palisades, as I read up on it, obviously you're going to have some aroma of Citra in here, but should be plenty of Palisades as well. What I read was it was a pungent, fruity, earthy kind of aroma hop. Use it for moderate bittering and aroma. And so anyway, let's go ahead. And target IBU was 87, I think. I had 87.5, and the ABV for mine was 8.7%. So anyway, let's kind of look at the. I had a kind of I have a pretty good fluffy white head. It was, I don't know, about a finger and a half finger. It was pretty persistent. I've been sitting here talking and let it burn down for a while so I could get a good aroma. It's a little hazier than I normally do. It's about the right color for old school double IPA. It's a little hazier than I normally get. Let me try to show you a better view of the color here, so you can see that's about the right color right there. So yeah, the color's about right. The haziness is a little off. I'm not used to having this much haze in it. I normally cold crash it, but I did this in my conical fermenter, the fast ferment, so I haven't really broken the code yet on I guess I could, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to try to cold crash it. So I didn't worry about cold crashing it. So it's a little hazier than normal, but let's go ahead and get a nose. Honestly, I don't get a whole lot in the nose. Actually, take that back. Let me do my little trick I learned at NHC. Okay, got a little bit of the cattiness, the 4 MMP. Definitely get the Citra. I'm not noticing that I pick up any discernible difference with the Palisades. Cheers. Okay, a big difference on the flavor. I do get the earthy, fruity piece in the Palisades. I don't think I necessarily like it as much as doing the normal Citra and Simcoe. It makes it not quite as good a beer. I mean, this beer got a gold medal here in the local DC homebrew competition, and the only thing I'd really changed was the Palisades and the for Citra and Simcoe. But I mean, it's still a good beer, just not quite as doesn't have the same oomph. I think if I was to use Palisades, I'd probably do it in a pale ale. I think it would work out better for a pale ale. To me, it doesn't really. I don't think it's really good to use for an IPA. At least not a double IPA. Anyway, yeah, that's it. I mean, it's good beer. It's not my best. Certainly not as good as old school. But yeah, I think I would use it I'd use it for a pale ale. Pretty excited to get to the rest of y'all's beers and taste these things when they come out. And I hope you enjoy my beer. Hope SJ and Gary y'all's boxes make it out to you soon. Anyway, well, my wife just got home, so I'm gonna cut this short. I'll throw a couple of videos, clips of things I've been kind of doing in the meantime, and then yeah, I look forward to. I'll take some video of Russian River. That's one of the brewers I'm going to. Definitely get some video from that, and it should be a good homebrew Wednesday next week. So anyway, till then, cheers guys, have yourself a happy homebrew, and have a very, very happy homebrew Wednesday. Cheers.
Did you see that skeleton in the bush?
Where? Skeleton in the bush?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Oh, nice. We won't be here for Halloween. We'll be coming back from Santa Rosa. Look at this dude we made. My son painted on the eyeballs. That's supposed to be a cocoon. Little kid cocoon with a spider coming down to get him. I love Halloween. Usually my son and I get dry ice or a fog machine. When the kids come up, we scare the crap out of them. The zombie noises and everything else. Cheers.